This is a quick guide for Arms Warrior in the War Within, both M+, and also Raid. So, starting off then, we are going to be going with Slayer in both of these builds, and the rotation is fairly similar. So, in the Mythic Plus, which is what we're going to start off with, is Thunderclap. This is our #1 priority. Blast all enemies nearby and apply Rend to them. So it's going to rend all nearby targets, adding a bleed. Then we're going to use Sweeping Strikes, meaning that for 15 seconds, our normal one-hitter, single target attacks are also going to hit an additional target for nearly as much damage. Thunderous Roar roars explosively, causing a bleed and doing damage. Avatar is going to transform us into a Colossus, causing us to do increased damage. And then we're going to use that at the same time as Colossus Smash, smashing the enemy's armor, dealing physical damage, and increasing damage we deal to them. So we're going to use these in tandem. You can only use Avatar every 1.5 minutes, but Colossus Smash every 45 seconds, meaning Colossus Smash can be used twice for every one Avatar, if that makes sense. After that, we're going to use Cleave, striking all enemies in front of us, inflicting deep wounds. Cleave will consume your Overpower effect to deal increased damage. And then if we're in Sweeping Strikes, we're going to use Overpower, we're going to use Mortal Strike, and there is a reason for that. If we look at the talents, we can see here, Overpower increases the damage of your next Mortal Strike or Cleave by 30%, stacking twice. Overpower has 2 charges and does more damage. We've got Tactician. You have a 2% chance per rage spent on attacks to reset the remaining cooldown on Overpower. And then we've also got Collateral Damage. When Sweeping Strikes ends, your next Cleave will deal 25% increased damage per ability used during Sweeping Strikes that damaged a second target. Hence why I want to use a few different attacks there when we are in Sweeping Strikes. And we've also got Opportunist here in the hero talents. When Overpower has its cooldown reset by Tactician, your Overpower deals more damage and 30% additional crit. What does Slayer actually do? Seeming as we're looking at some of them in there anyway, your attacks against your primary target have a chance to overwhelm their defenses and trigger a Slayer's Strike, dealing more damage and applying Marked for Execution, increasing the damage they take from your execute by 15%, and that will stack 3 times. And then at the end, we get Unrelenting Assault. When you execute a target that you've marked for execution, you both reduce the cooldown of Blade Storm by 5 seconds and apply some Overwhelmed to the target per stack of Marked for Execution. You can now use Pummel and Stormbolt while Blade Storming. So TLDR then, use Sweeping Strikes and make sure you're using different abilities within that window. Use any procs you get on Execute at this point in the priority list, and use Blade Storm here. So again, using Thunderclap to keep Rend out, then use Sweeping Strikes to get, hit multiple targets, and then use Thunderous Roar, Avatar, and Colossus Smash on cooldown. Use Cleave, use your Overpower, use your Blade Storm and Execute whenever it's proccing, and then use Mortal Strike and any remaining Overpower stacks. After that, use Thunderclap if you've got nothing else left to press, and if you've really got nothing else to press after that, then you can use Mortal Strike again. And that is the Mythic Plus rotation. If we then go into the Raid rotation, you can see a few of the talents here are changing. One major ability we gain is going to be Skull Splitter. Basically, it causes your Rend and Deep Wounds on the target to bleed out faster and generates some more rage for you. So instead of Thunderclap, we're just simply applying Rend to a single target. And then Thunderous Roar, Avatar, and Colossus Smash is the same. Use any procs of Marked for Execution, and also your Sudden Death on your Execute here. Use your Overpower stacks, then use Mortal Strike, then Skull Splitter, then Execute, even if it's not proccing, Blade Storm again, and then if you've got really nothing else to press, it's going to be Overpower, and then Slam is your final filler attack. And really, that's the only changes we're making for the Raid rotation in the War Within. Now, obviously, this was a quick guide. If you would like a full in-depth guide over everything, it's a lot longer, then check out the video pinned in the top comment and also in the description, as this is on my other channel. This is my full Arms Warrior guide for the War Within. If you would want to join my Patreon, on there you get VIP support in Discord. You're going to get loads of macros for the War Within for every spec that I've made to make your life easier, and also get my LVI profiles. And if you're looking for other quick guides, then check out this playlist here, because I've done every single spec in PvE and PvP for you in the War Within.